Hey, I'm Scotty, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to sketch this person here loosely and with accurate proportions. So the first step is to sketch the head. So that's at the top there of the page, and I'm going to use dots to measure that height of the head. About this high here and at a slight angle. Now to find the width of the head in proportion to that length, so I can see it's about 2 in width to 3 to height. So that is our width and that is our height. Now we're sketching the outline of the head. So the total outline, come around the top of the head, so past that dot, and then we've got the angle up to the hat and down. You don't have to draw the ear here, we could just skip, and then make sure we have a nice round chin. It's the jaw on this side, the angle down there. So you have a nice shape for the head. We can move on to the torso. To draw the shoulders, we want 2 dots for the shoulders. So how far do we come down from the chin to put those 2 dots? Well, we actually go about 1/3 of the head height. So we'll come down here, put a dot there. And then how far do we come from the side of the head to the shoulders? Well, for a male, it's the same width as a head. So this width here, we go across. So we grab that width and we come across here. Now we can start outlining the shape of the torso with the neck here. And so go down here with scarf and then to the shoulder, to the corner there. We want to continue the outline down to the crotch here, so that'll be the torso. So this here is my head height for all the proportions of the body. So we'll go down 3 heads here, so I grab that head height and then I can put a dot here and then grab that, put another dot there, and then this one and here. And now this one, I'm looking at the reference there and I can see that it's at an angle. Now we have 4 points for the torso. But with this figure, we also have the arms on the side. So the elbow is halfway between the shoulders and the crotch there. So it's about here. It rotates out there. So I'm going to put a dot here. It's at halfway, it would be about there, but it's angling out a little bit further on this side. Curves out like this and continues in. Little bumps for those puffy bits of the jacket. And also you could add wrinkles. We have the outline of the jacket. Dips down like that. That's the white shirt. The torso's done. Now the legs. So the torso is the same length as the leg. So grab that length, come down here and put a dot there. Top of the ankles on this leg here. And on this side, it will have a bit of an angle more. Knees in, just like we did with the elbows. That's halfway between. So let's outline these legs. So we come from that point there, past the knee. Like that. Quite straight there, and then starts to do some more wobbling as well, but it stops a bit higher. So now the shoes, the distance from the top of the ankle to the bottom of the foot is 2/3 of a head length. Now let's outline this shape here. We go in around the sock and then back around the back of the shoe, and then we connect that bottom section up. We curve around the bottom front of the foot and curve in around the arch and then back, and then this front of the shoe bends up like that. So we go around that sock there, and then we've got the shoe. And around this back bit, see how it goes around the front like that, and then curves back into the heel. So now we have all the main outlines. Let's go into detail. We can break up some of these shapes. It can be a little bit looser here, around this shape, and add some tassels on the end, really loose lines. Next main shape, I'll break up this side of the jacket so it comes down. Add a few wrinkles into the elbow. Wrinkles. Strap of the bag, and we'll do some more details later. Now we've got to go into the face. The hat brim curves around here. Now we outline that, and then we do the back of the brim there. See that? And then it comes around where the ear is. So now I'm going to add my ear because I can see more easily where it goes. Now we can use dots to measure out these facial features. So from the hairline to the chin, we can break the face into 3 equal spaces. So now we go down about 1/3 of that face and we put 2 dots for where the gap between the eyebrows is. And then we can come down another 1/3 and add 2 dots, and that's the width of the nose. So just draw a very simple little line here. The sides there away towards the hair. Start with the width and then the bottom of the nose there. Goes down and around like that. Okay, now the eyes. So we go up from the bottom of the nose towards the eyebrow. 2/3. That's about halfway, and then up just slightly. And then that width there is actually the same width as an eye. So we can go across, but just a simple line here between So we go up from the chin, 2/3, 1, 2. Out from the nose here, but not so far as the end of the eye, so sort of halfway there. Now we've got the main features of the face, we can add a bit of detail to make him look more like the person. And we'll draw little dashes and another little dash here. Now we'll go through the figure and add detail to the clothing. So we can start with that scarf. Around here we'll add some more folds, double lines there, back and forth. Trying to make them slightly even but still wobbly, following the right angles. So I make that a bit thicker there too. Do some loopy lines, laces. So we have a round 10 brush, and we're going to add the skin tone first. Use burnt sienna, light layer on top here, and the only thing you need to avoid is the teeth. The orange bits, which are also burnt sienna, but they're much more saturated. So add a saturated section here like this. So we don't have to go exactly in the lines. Payne's grey, purple. So this is dioxazine purple. Around those other colours, so leave a gap and down into the bottom. And we can add a little bit more saturation there. So we'll start with a light Payne's grey with lots of water, but avoid the face, so don't go too close to the face. And if the bottom of things look darker, shoes, so add those in. We're going to use cerulean blue first, and now we can add some of this ultramarine in. So, and we keep pulling it down. I'm going to make those ultramarine too. So I have burnt umber, and we're going to use that for the hair, moustache. Now I think that's all the main colours done with the little details. So my favourite colour for shadows is Purple Lake. A lot of that choice is because of style, my personal preference. Underneath the brim of the hat. And then under the nose is shadow. But then we're thinking about the sun. It's coming down, so it'd hit this scarf, but it would leave a shadow on the left, so in the corner there. Scarf, and then down the side of the leg here. Should leave a shadow behind him like that. Now we're going to add a layer of details, so dark spots and highlights to make this sketch pop. Random little dots in the darker areas like that. Wrinkles it would be a good place to put those. Now we can add our highlights. So I've got my Uniball Signo pen, so I can see on the nose, there's a little highlight there. He's got a little reflecting light. Scarf, so I'm just adding a few dots there. Adding on this arm, the light might reflect in there. Light's hitting the top of the shoe. So that's how I sketch people loosely using ink and watercolour. If you want the full version with all the steps, all the theory, it's much easier to follow along. You can join me on Patreon, where I've got that tutorial, got the reference, got some templates, got some extra theory there. Plus I have my whole library of other tutorials there you can access as well. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.